Hello Internet, I'm me, and this is Tokumei Sentai Go Bastas, episode 3 and 4, Combo Pack. Now, you're probably wondering, why the heck didn't I have an episode 3 review? And honestly, it's because I had to go and sit back and rewatch episode 3 a couple of more times, and the episode does some good and some bad. First off, the episode gives us the first animal form of the Blue Busters animal gorilla thing, and that's about it. Other than that, it actually does show something that most Sentai are not. More of a team sport. This is about 4 episodes in, and we still haven't combined all three swords together to make the Megazord. If you want to use that term, but that's probably what they're going to use in the show anyway, so it doesn't freaking matter. And again, episode 3 makes it almost feel like, well, for the first episode, they had a lot of problems with the size of Go Buster Yellow to Go Buster Blue to the point where the suit actor for Go Buster Yellow was a lot shorter than the rest of the. Well, not the suit actor, but the actress was shorter than the other two actors, but the suit actor was a lot bigger and taller. Therefore, they actually did kind of retcon some of that and actually did some shots where she was about the same height and the suit actor was about the same height. So they retconned that pretty well, so that complaint's pretty much gone for me now. But then again, this episode was about a an evil droid that infected people and was defeated easily. Honestly, the only thing that it helped to serve was a little more team building and showing how the Tokumei Sentai Gobustas are not your mama and daddy Sentai. Unlike most Sentai, or the Sentai I've seen, or even the Power Rangers I've seen, once they go giant, it's not a straight up robot fight. They use the Gorilla Zord to actually get energy supplies back to the hospital so that the hospital can still have power and hundreds of people don't have to die. That's cool, and I kind of like it. Though for the last 4 episodes, the only one to actually kill anything that's bigger than a car was Red Buster, and that's kind of getting annoying on my part. Not that it's bad or the fight scenes are bad, it's just that, man, can we give anybody else the spotlight here? No? Okay. And honestly, it's not that bad, and I could have worse complaints about it. It's okay. That's episode 3. Episode 4 is more about the same. Except for it goes a lot more into explanation about the world. About how come the Megas, why don't they just send in like a ton, the bad guys just send in a ton of Megazords at us and try to kill us all that way. And, they explain a lot more of what's going on. And for the first time, in a way, the Tokumei Sentai Go Busters fail. They fail. The bad guy actually gets into the power supply and delivers energy to the main bad guy. I like this. Sure, they kill him in a very badass fashion where Red Buster's Megazord has a saw in its chest while he drives the sword through its face, which is fucking badass. But, yeah, he already sent the energy and he can't get it back. Therefore, they lost. They may have saved the day for now, but they were taking a major beating while doing it. Now, another thing that I wanted to say about Tokumei Sentai Go Busters as a whole right now is that all 4 of these episodes, except for episode 2, I can solidly say it is about an 8 out of 10 for now. It's not bad. It is really good. 8 out of 10 is good. Really good. 8.5 out of 10, actually. If you average them all together, to me, in my screwed up world of math. It is an 8.5 out of 10 so far. And right now, I'm okay with that. It still doesn't feel like a Sentai, but it doesn't seem like a Kamen Rider show anymore. It seems like it's met this middle ground, maybe even Metal Heroes. It's met this middle ground of we're not your typical Sentai, but we're still a Super Sentai. It's walking this very, very tightrope balance, and honestly, I'm okay with it. A lot of people don't like it, and a lot of people are questioning, like, well, a lot of things. Like, when they're in the hospital in episode 3, why do they have to actually do the whole morphing sequence again just to put their helmets back on when they had them in their hands? Yeah, there are stupid things like that going around in this episode, or these episodes. But honestly, I can say I'm okay with this. I love the fighting style of the Tokumei Sentai Go Bustas. It seems more, well, realistic. It's a fight style that, well, hell, from the very opening of the show, you can tell is very different from almost all Sentai. They're using grabs and holds and throws, and it's not just one member who's super strong who does the holds and throws, it's all the members. They are trained in taking somebody down. Now, of course, for me, this kind of takes away the feeling of, well, why not just... So when you're up against an army, you can't really take them out. You can only take out like 1 or 3 at a time. But again, this is untrue because they have actual other training, and it's kind of badass. Now, honestly, these 2 episodes, I wish they were a little better, though I have no real complaints for them. They are pretty good on where they stand, though a lot of points, like, I don't know, the monster from episode 3 being able to, I don't know, take control of more people. Or from the episode 4, where it's a pizza cutter. It's a robot. You could have done more with that. Probably could have. And of course you also have Enter, who I am loving. I'm loving Enter. And of course you have the tension between the leader and the team. And these are good things. Though they're not typical to Sentai, these are very good things. And I'm okay with that. These episodes aren't bad. They're okay. And honestly, I don't feel like skipping any of it until they, go to the full Megazord. But it almost feels like you can. This series is not off to the best of starts, and honestly seems more steady in its pace and in its mood than the other Sentais I've ever watched. Because in other Sentais, you'll have a silly episode and sitting right next to a very serious and dramatic episode. Sometimes it works, like in Gokaiger, where we had a heavily dramatic episode with a lot of emotional points that would probably depress the crap out of you, or made you really not feel like made it feel like a little of a downer sometimes, next to very lighthearted episodes. Those were good placements. And then you have stuff like Gosenjur, where you just had fun for fun's sake. And sometimes you thought that was kind of a waste. Because sometimes the reason people didn't like Gosenjur in the first place. I know there are more reasons than that, but I'm just leaving it at that. So pretty much, Tokumei Sentai Go Bustas seems like a let's take it steady and slow series. It's still good, but it's just not what we expected. So, until next time, I'm actually going to come back with an actual proper review on episode 5. Until next time, y'all. Peace.